Om Jnanatimrandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadadhayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitascha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay. So last week we started from verse 1.2. We'll just do a quick recap and then we'll move forward to today's discussion. So 1.2, someone want to read the translation quickly? Anyone? And then we can talk about some basic points. Yes.
Sanjay said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and spoke the following words.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So someone can tell what does these lines mean? Trastvam tu pandavanikam, vyudham duryodhana sada. Whatever we've discussed, you have noted down. Anyone?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Dhritarashtra, Sanjay is just saying the same thing which Duryodhana is saying, that upon seeing the Pandavas army, like...
Yeah. So drashta is seeing, tu, but pandavanikam, so Pandavas, vyudham refers to all the army phalanxes. Duryodhana stada, so Duryodhan, what did he do? Acharyam upasangamya. So what does acharya mean?
Dronacharya.
Dronacharya, thank you so much. Upasangamya, he went closer to Dronacharya. Raja Vachanam. Vachanam refers to statements. Abravit refers to he said. What does Raja refers to?
One who is politically gifted.
One who is politically. Thank you, Aditya Prabhu. Very political person, huh? That is called Raja. And Raja, other meaning of Raja? Sanjay? Yes, Upendra Prabhu.
So he might also be referring to Dhritarashtra when he used the word Raja.
Because he's speaking with Dhritarashtra basically. He's saying, hey Raja, my dear king, this is what has happened. Thank you. So let's go to 1.3. 1.3. Someone can read the translation. So this is what we'll do every week. So we'll just read the translation and some main points. And then just how we do the recap. It says, if you don't do the recap, after one day only, you only remember 5%. But if you do a recap, the probability is you'll remember 50 to 60% of the things. Upendra Prabhu, is there a question or
It's a question, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, can we take the questions later?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
okay. Yeah. 1.3 translation, someone can do?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Anyone can do. Yeah. Start.
O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Draupada.
Yeah, Drupad. Okay, so now we'll take the Sanskrit. So Pashyetam. Pashyetam refers to Pashya, see. So we'll try to learn some words of Sanskrit at least. Pandu Putranam. So what does Pandu refers to? the King Pandu. Putra refers to son of King Pandu, which is referring to Pandavas here. Acharya refers to Dronacharya. Mahitim Chamum. Mahitim refers to, you can read it, that's okay. I'm not expecting you to know everything. I also don't know, I'm also learning. But yeah, you can refer Mahitim Chamum. So Chamum refers to military forces and Mahitim refers to great. Very helpful. Prabhupada has written word by word synonyms. Vyudham, Vyudha. You have Chakravyuha. Everyone knows Chakravyuha. Abhimanyu Chakravyuha. We have different types of vyuhas, but one is Chakravyuha. There's Padmavyuha, Shankavyuha, different types. Anyway, so Vyudham Drupada Putrena. Why the word Drupad Putrena has been used here? So this verse is spoken by Duryodhana. So 3 to 11 is all verses by Duryodhana. He will explain other army and his own army. So right now he's talking to Dronacharya, explaining the other side. So he's saying Drupad Putrena. What does Drupad Putrena refers to? There's a big word here.
Drishtadyumna.
Drishtadyumna, that's one. Yes, Prabhuji. More? I want to hear more from others.
Because Draupada was enemy of Dronacharya.
Drupad was enemy of Dronacharya. Why was that, Amrit Prabhu?
Because he had in their childhood they were in the same Gurukul, and Draupad had promised Dronacharya that he would give him anything he wants. And when Dronacharya later on, when he was very poor and he approached Drupad, then he refused him and no, not refused him. He actually showed him a lot of disrespect, and he said that you can ask whatever you want. And then Dronacharya went and trained the Pandavas and defeated Drupad, and and subsequently the son of Drupad also came to learn military arts by Dronacharya. And Dronacharya, in spite of knowing all of this, he favored him as a disciple and taught him everything.
Very good, Prabhu. You remember everything. Thank you. So Drupad Putrena, as Prabhuji explained the whole pastime, so there was some rusty relationship between Drupad and Dronacharya because of this incident, which Prabhuji explained. So what he is saying, Duryodhana is saying, Tava Shishya, you were very broad-minded. Now your Shishya, your disciple, has arranged the armies against you. So he's basically pointing out the mistake of Dronacharya. And also, he could have said Drishtadyumna. So Drishtadyumna will refer to only one person. But Drupada Putra refers to Drishtadyumna as well as Drupada. So he's just instigating his anger within his mind. Look at this, the other side. The son of your enemy is present there. Okay. 1.4. Anyone else? I want everyone to participate, so please, everyone say yes, Ayush Prabhuji.
Here in this army are many heroic bowmen equal in fighting to Bhima and Arjuna. Great fighters like Yuyudhana, Viratha, and Drupada.
Yes. Atra Shura Maheshwasa. So Atra refers to here. Atra and Tatra. So you will see in Sanskrit. Shura refers to the great warriors. Maheshwasa, they are really mighty bowmen. Bhima, Arjun, Sama, Yudhi. Who can tell the meaning of this? So great fighters are as good as Bhima and Arjun. So he's comparing, like the standard there is Bhima and Arjun. They are like the biggest ones. So he's saying Bhima, Arjun, Sama, Yudhi. Yuyudhano. Anyone remembers Yuyudhan? Who is Yuyudhan? Giriraj Prabhu?
Satyaki.
Okay. Satyaki, okay, thank you. And who is Satyaki or Yuyudhan? Can anyone give a little introduction?
Prabhuji, he's the
grandson of Shini.
Thank you, grandson of Shini. Mataji, remember the grandfather. What's the father's name? Very easy.
Satyak.
Satyak, thank you, Mataji. Satyak. And from Satya came Satyaki. And who is Satyaki in itself? So, okay, he's a son and grandson of these personalities. He's also a disciple of?
Lord Krishna.
Not really, more.
And
Dronacharya. Actually, he's a disciple of Dronacharya. He has studied in the same Gurukul, but he came later. He's a younger disciple, basically. So he came later. And Arjun also has trained him personally in different military arts. So he's also studied in the same school, same Dronacharya school, but he came later. And Arjun has given him lot of divine weapons instructions basically. And he's also a bodyguard of Krishna. Now, Krishna doesn't need a bodyguard, but out of his love, he always stays with Krishna. Even when Krishna came as a peace messenger, Satyaki also came with Krishna. He always stays with Krishna. When Krishna, after the battle, you will read in Srimad Bhagavatam, stayed in Hastinapur for 6 months. And when Krishna is going back, Satyaki is also going back with Krishna. Satyaki came with Krishna and he's going back with Krishna. He just stays with Krishna all the time. He loves Krishna. Okay, that's enough for now. Virat, everyone knows Virat, I guess. Where Pandavas took shelter in the last year of their exile. Drupad, everyone knows Drupad cha Maharatha. Okay, let's move forward. Drishtakes is Chaitanya. Okay, who can read the translation? Even reading translations are very auspicious.
There are also great, heroic, powerful fighters like Drishtaketu, Chekitan, Kashiraj, Purujit, Kunti Bhoj, and Saibala.
Saibya. Okay, who can explain these? If you remember, it's not a part of your exam syllabus, but just a side information if you know. Drishtaketu.
So, Prabhuji, Drishtaketu is the son of Shishupal.
Thank you.
And Chekitan is the grandson of Shishupal.
Thank you. So very easy, you can remember Shishupal, Drishtaketu, Chekitan, right? So these 3 generations are there. Kashiraj, very easy.
Yeah. The king of
Kashi. Kashiraj is Kashi ka Raja. Ho gaya.
And Purujit
and
is
just 1 second, Upendra Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Just Kashi ka Raja. What's the relation of Kashi ka Raja with our discussion here?
Ambika, Ambalika, and
Amba, Ambika, Ambalika.
Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika.
Thank you. Done. Okay, done. Purujit.
He's the son of Kunti Bhoj.
Kunti Bhoj.
And Kunti Bhoj is basically the maternal family of Kunti Maharani.
Is a father of Kunti Maharani actually.
Father of Kunti Maharani, yeah.
He adopted Kunti Devi when she was very, very young.
Yeah.
And Kunti's actual name that time was?
Pratha.
So from Pratha, she became Kunti. So Kunti Bhoj is a father, adopted father, not adopted daughter. Kunti was adopted daughter, and he is the father. Purjit actually is the brother of Kunti from that sense. Okay. Shaibya.
Shaibya, I don't remember.
Okay. Who remembers?
Father-in-law of Yudhishthira.
Yudhishthira Maharaj. Thank you very much. Mataji knows everything. 1.6. Someone else can read? We'll just quickly do these names.
I can go.
Yes,
there are the mighty, sorry, what's the name?
Yudhamanyu.
Yudhamanyu, the very powerful Uttamaja, the son of Subhadra and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters.
Thank you, Mataji. Yudhamanyu. Who is Yudhamanyu?
Brother of Draupadi.
Thank you. So they all come from Panchal kingdom, whose king is obviously Drupad. So Drupad had other sons as well. So Uttamaja, Yudhamanya, they are brothers. Son of Subhadra, very easy one. Son of Subhadra. Abhimanyu, that's a simple one. And sons of Draupadi. So just Saubhadra refers to son of Subhadra. And Draupdiyas refers to son of Draupadi. How many sons Draupadi had?
5.
Panch Pandav. From each Pandav, Draupadi Maharani had 1 son. Okay. 1.7. Now, what's the turn here? What's the relation between 1.6 and 1.7? There's a turning here.
He's describing his own
yes. Why he starts describing his own army?
Because he feels that he has talked a lot about his army already. And now...
Others' army already.
Yeah.
So let me talk about my army now. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, translation.
But for your
sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead, Prabhu.
But for your information, O best of the Brahmanas, let me tell you about the captains who are especially qualified to lead my military force.
Okay, so now he's saying my army also has very top quality warriors. Who are they? 1.8.
There are personalities like you, Bhishma, Karna, Kripa, Ashwasthama, Vikarna, and the son of Somdatta, called Bhurishrava, who are always victorious in battle.
Thank you, Mataji. So here the word is used bhavan. Anyone remembers the difference of bhavan here?
Tum, aap, tum or aap.
Tum or aap. Okay, that's nice. Tum in Sanskrit is called tvam. Tvam. And bhavan refers to aap. Now, in which verse Duryodhana referred Dronacharya as tvam? Tav shishyen dhimita. 1.3. 1.3, he's like enticing the anger of Dronacharya. Now he remembers, oh, if the Brahman becomes angry, that will not be very good for me. So what he's saying, Bhavan, up. Just correcting himself politically. So Bhavan, Bhishmasya. Bhishma, everyone knows. Karnasya. Why the Karna's name is used here? Although Karna is not present there.
Because he was very influenced by the Karna's behavior and the way he stood for him all the
Yes,
time.
he knew that Karna is always with me. He was not too sure about Bhishma and Dronacharya, to be honest, because they loved Pandavas. But Karna was always in favor of Duryodhana. Thank you, Mataji. Krapascha Samita Jaya Ashwathama. Everyone knows Ashwathama. Vikarna. Who's Vikarna?
Is also one of the
Brother of
brothers of
Duryodhana.
Kauravas.
Brother of Duryodhana.
Mhm.
So he has 99 brothers, but he only naming one. Is he a superhero or something?
Because he was
He's a-
opposing him when he was disrobing Draupadi.
Yes. So he is little bit doubtful about this guy should not go to another party. So he's sort of praising in front of everyone, just encouraging him. Thank you. Somdatyasthathaivcha. So Somdatti refers to the son of Somdatta, which is Bhurishrava. Now Bhurishrava, big pastor in Mahabharata, but he was a devotee of Lord Shiva. He had a gada, a club, a mace, which he got from Lord Shiva, and he had a boon from Lord Shiva. Whoever you throw this gada at, he will surely die. And he saved that gada for Arjun. But Krishna knew about it, and every time, because he's a chariot driver, when Bhurishrava was literally in front with Arjuna, Krishna was moving chariot left, right, center, here, there. So Bhurishrava got completely confused how to throw this gada. You know, your target is constantly moving, moving, moving. So finally, he got so frustrated that he threw the gada on the Krishna itself. And Lord Shiva had given the boon and said one condition: if you throw this gada on someone who's not fighting, this gada will come back on you and hit you. So Krishna wasn't fighting. So when Bhurishrava threw his gada on Krishna, who wasn't fighting, what happens? Gada came back and killed himself. So Krishna is, so tricky. When he wants to save his devotee, he will save his devotee by hook or crook. But this was not a crook thing. It was just a condition because he got totally frustrated with Krishna's movements. And he said, first let me kill this chariot driver, then I will kill Arjuna. And he forgot. Lord Shiva said, don't throw the gada on anyone who's not fighting. Okay, Samdatisthaicha. Okay, let's move forward. 1.9.
There are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their life for my sake. All of them are well equipped with different kinds of weapons, and all are experienced in military science.
Okay. Annecha Bhava Shura, Madarte Tyakta Jivita. What's the important line here, which we read last week?
For my sake.
Mad Arthe Tyakta. Mad Arthe means for my sake. Tyakta Jivitaha. They are ready to lay down their life. But what is Saraswat meaning here? Saraswati ji is explaining here. They're already laid down. Past tense. They're already dead. This is what Saraswati ji explaining. Nana Shastra Praharana. They're equipped with Nana Shastra, different weapons. Sarve Yuddha Visharadaha. They're very, very expert in the Yuddha. 1.10.
Our strength is immeasurable, and we are perfectly protected by grandfather Bhishma, whereas the strength of the Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhima, is limited.
Now here we have two translations, one by Vishnu Thakur, one by Baladev Vidyabhushan. What is the important word here? Aparyaptam. Aparyapta refers to, now what Prabhupada writes here, immeasurable. This is one translation. Another translation is Paryapt means sufficient, aparyapt means not sufficient. So in one translation, as Prabhupada is writing, is from Vishnu Thakur, our strength is immeasurable. Aparyatam tad asmakam. Asmakam. Our strength is aparyatam. Why it is aparyatam, immeasurable? Balam, because we have the bala, Shakti, strength of Bhishma. Bhishma is one of the most powerful warrior at that time present on earth. So because Bhishma is protecting us, we are immeasurable. which is fine. But Duryodhana is saying also other paryaptam, they are just very little, very little. Duryodhana also looking at the numbers here, 11 versus 7. So he had 11 akshani, Pandavas only had 7 akshani. Paryaptam Tadesham, and Balam Bhima Virakshitam. The other party is protected by Bhima. Now Bhima also have less experience in fighting than Bhishma. Bhishma is obviously 3 to 400 years old. He has so much experience of fighting in comparison to Bhima. So obviously Duryodhana is looking at Bhima and the party very small, very small. But Baldev Vidyabhushan just turns the whole thing around. He says, aparyaptam is not sufficient to do the job, not sufficient to win this war. Although it's protected by Bhishma, but Bhima is sufficient. Bhima's strength is sufficient. The party's strength is sufficient. Why? We will see today. Krishna is present there basically. Huh? So it doesn't matter. This number game doesn't work when Krishna is on your side. Okay, 111. Last one.
All of you must now give full support to Grandfather Bhishma as you stand at your respective strategic points of entrance into the phalanx of the army.
So basically, he's again sort of trying to please Bhishma Pitama and saying, oh, Bhishma is a little old now, although he is doing all the raksha, all the protection. But all of you, avasthitaha, bhagam, section, whatever section you are situated in, from that corner, please give protection to Bhishma because he may be busy in one side and enemy can attack from another side. So please protect Bhishma. So this is where we end last week. Upendra Prabhu, you had some quick question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Prabhuji, my question was that you shared in last week's class that the first verse in which Dhritarashtra asks Sanjay what my sons and sons of Pandu are doing on the battlefield, that begins on the 10th day.
Mhm.
And later on, we see that Arjun gets stricken by love for his family members before the war begins.
Yes.
So, Prabhuji, what is the discrepancy? Because if Arjun does not want to fight before the war, then how is Dhritarashtra, saying this statement on the 10th day of the verse in the first chapter?
Sorry, bro, I didn't get your question. So
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
Sanjay is just repeating what has happened. So he's not adding something. So this has already happened, which Dhritarashtra isn't aware of, right? So it has happened on day 1, for example, in the battlefield. Dhritarashtra is not aware of that. But Sanjay, when he's telling everything to Dhritarashtra, he's telling what has happened on the battlefield, which included Arjuna's bewilderment on day 1. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. So Sanjay is not like adding or deleting anything here. He's just repeating what has happened. He's just from the very beginning that asks the question on day 10. But when Sanjay starts, he starts from day 1. When I get to know India has to make 5 runs in 2 balls, then I may ask you, Pendra Bro, so how did it start? How much Australia made? How much India made? How much wickets it lose? And you start the whole commentary from the beginning.
Prabhuji, one follow-up question with
Yes.
this. So, Sanjay did not recite anything to Dhritarashtra during the first 10 days?
No. Dhritarashtra was super confident. So
Okay.
Dhritarashtra was super confident that I will win anyway. But when the messenger came from Kurukshetra to Hastinapur that Bhishma is out of the war now, then he got a little concerned. And he said, oh, Sanjay, come. Please tell me what has happened.
Thank you,
His
Prabhuji.
curiosity only came in after 10th day.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Mayadish, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, I have 2 questions. I'll probably take
Okay.
it at the end. I don't want to.
Okay, yes, please. Acharya Nishta Prabhu, if it relates to this, a quick one I'll take. Otherwise, we'll keep all the philosophical questions for later.
Sorry, Prabhuji, it was a mistake.
No problem. I love questions actually. It's just time ticking. Okay, let's start from 112. Now, so far, what has happened, everyone knows. So, as Upinder Prabhu also indicated, so Dhritarashtra has asked a question. Sanjay started responding to Raja Dhritarashtra, for example. And then from 1.3 onwards till 1.11, Duryodhan has spoken about 2 parts, one about other army, one about his own army. Now, so far, what Duryodhan tried to do He's trying to encourage everyone, the main ones at least, in his army. And he's trying to include everyone and then making sure their commitment remains with Duryodhan throughout the war. He doesn't want to lose anyone. So although he's confident, at the same time he's fearful as well, because he don't know what's going to happen. Now, if you remember in last week, I guess one of you, I can't remember the name, we referred about Kamyavan. Who was that? Arjun and Kamyavan story. Ayush Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. I'll just quickly mention that because that relates to our discussion here. There's so many other stories as well, but at least we can do one. So I think everyone have seen Mahabharata. In that we have seen Duryodhan, even when he exiled Pandavas, he was not very happy. He was always trying to, wipe out the existence of Pandavas completely. If not physically, at least he wanted to make them very envious of his position. So he has tried so many things. Vyasadev has sort of warned him. Atri Rishi also have warned him. Just before the war, Atri Rishi also came to Duryodhana and said, don't do this war. Vyasadev also came, but he did not hear to anyone because he was constantly living in so much of envy against Pandavas that he just wanted to wipe off them by hook or crook. So if you remember when we discussed about Drupad and Dronacharya's enmity, so after the training was complete, Kauravas and Pandavas both asked Dronacharya what dakshina we should give, because he's a Brahman, he lives on dakshina. Dakshina means some sort of fees, not like today's fees. You have to put the fees first and then you get some education. Anyway, Dronacharya said, if you can capture Drupad, that's enough. So Duryodhan took all the army, including Karna at that time, to defeat Drupad. But whole Hastinapur army, led by Duryodhan and Karna, got defeated by Drupad. So they came back. They could not do anything. But then Pandavas went, just five Pandavas, and Arjun practically single-handedly defeated the whole army. So sometimes people say, "Oh, Karna was as good as Arjun." No, he was not, and you can count these things. So if Karna was as powerful, then he could have defeated Drupada. He had the first hand as well, but that didn't happen. So Arjun was obviously. The second instance come here in Draupadi Swayamvar. Draupadi Swayamvar, in many pastimes, one of the pastimes, Karna also tried, but he failed. Arjun succeeded. So you can say, Arjun got 2 points and Karna got 0 points. On Kamyavan, once Pandavas are living in jungle in exile, then whole Duryodhan, Karna, Shakuni, the whole full party came just to show off to Pandavas. So they were living just right in front of that river where Pandavas were living. Anyway, there Gandharvas attacked them, and one of the commander-in-chief ran from Duryodhana's army, came to Pandava's side, and they said, can you please help them? Long story short, Bhima and Arjun did go there and they defeated the Gandharvas. Karna could not defeat. So you can say 3-0, isn't it? Arjun got 3. In Virat, if you remember, the whole army of Hastinapur came, including Bhishma and Karna. Arjun again single-handedly defeated the whole army. 4-0. So Arjun was definitely much, much better. Much, much. There were many, many opportunities. Karna was ranked by Bhishma Pitama just before the Mahabharat war. He said, "You are a Ardharathi." Ardharathi means you are not even a Rathi. There's a Rathi, Atirathi, Maharathi. So you are a Ardharathi. Ardharathi means half Rathi. Like very, very low ranking. Karna got very angry and he said, "I will not fight till the time this old person is here." And he got out. So coming back to this Kamevan pastime, so Kamevan pastime is very significant. Gandharvas actually were trying to help Pandavas so that they could actually kill Duryodhana in the party right there. But Yudhishthira Maharaj is a Brahman. He's a Kshatriya, but in Kshatriya he's a Brahman. Bhima is a real Kshatriya. But Arjun, you see, is like a very balanced person. He's a Kshatriya as well as he has Brahmanical culture. That's why it says Bhagavad Gita was not given to Yudhishthira, was not given to Bhima. It was given to Arjuna. He was the most appropriate person. Now, in their own way, they were all appropriate, but Arjun is like a very balanced person. So Bhagavad Gita was given to him. Now, Bhishma Pitama, after listening all this, internally, externally, Duryodhana is trying to encourage everyone, but internally, Bhishma Pitama is completely fed up with this politics of Duryodhana. And what he's trying to do, he just want to do his duty. He's there to perform his duty. He has no ray of hope that he or the party will win the war. He just have no. So this is where this verse comes in. This is the internals of Bhishma Pitama here. What he's thinking. This has been put in the verse. Let's read this verse. 112. Tasya sajjanayan harsham Guru Vruddha Pitamaha Singhanadam Vinodyachai Shankha Dadma Pratapavan. Someone can read the translation. Someone who has not read. So please read if you have not read.
Then Bhishma, the great valiant grandson of the Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighter, blew his conch very loudly, making a sound like the roar of a lion, giving Duryodhana joy.
Thank you, Mataji. So, tasya sajjanan harsham. Harsh refers to the joy. Sajjanan refers to increasing the joy of Duryodhan, because he's been speaking. Who is increasing the joy of Duryodhan? Kuru Vruddha Pitamaha. So, Pitamaha refers to Bhishma Pitamaha. So, Kuru Vruddha Pitamaha is increasing the joy of Duryodhan. Singhanadam. Singha refers to roaring like a lion. Vinat Uchai. So Vinat refers to vibrating or blowing the conch shell. Uchai means great sound. Shankham refers to conch shell, Shankha. Dadma Pratapan, he blew his valiant Shankha or conch shell very loudly, which increased the joy of Duryodhan. Now Prabhupada writes here, the grandson of Kuru dynasty could understand the inner meaning of the heart of his grandson Duryodhana, and out of his natural compassion for him, he tried to cheer him by blowing his conch shell very loudly, befitting his position as a lion. But internally, Bhishma, so externally he's trying to increase the joy of Duryodhana because he's doing his job there. But internally he has no hope. Because he informed his depressed, Prabhupada used the word depressed grandson. So although Duryodhana is, is speaking big words, but actually he is depressed. He is fearful inside. Depressed grandson Duryodhana that he had no chance of the victory in the battle because the Supreme Lord Krishna was on the other side. But still, it was his duty to conduct the fight, and no pains would be spared in that connection. So this shows the inner heart of Bhishma Pitama. He's just there to do his duty. 113. Tata Shankasha Bhairyascha Padvana Gomukha Sa Seva Bhayananta Sa Sabdas Tumulo Bhavat. Translation, someone?
After that, the conch shells, drums, bungles, trumpets, and horns were all suddenly sounded, and that combined sound was tremendous.
Thank you. Tata Shankha. The Shankha refers to Shankha. Other party people also had the Shankhas. Obviously, Bhairya Prabhupada writes as large drums. Padvanak refers to small drums. Gomukha are horns. So whoever had whatever sort of instruments, they were blowing all of that. This shows the enthusiasm of the army, basically. And the totals combined sound, tumultuous. So very great sound was produced by all this. 114. This is a very important verse. We'll read the verse and see why. Tata Shvetair Hayar Yukte Mahatisanandane Istito Madhavaha Pandava Shaiva Divyo Shankho Pradhadmatuhu. Translation.
On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conch shells.
Thank you, Mataji. Now here, first time word Madhav, so far in Bhagavad Gita, Madhav or Krishna or any Krishna's presence has not been acknowledged. Now if you remember, Duryodhan has acknowledged the great warriors of Pandava's side, isn't it? But he never counted Krishna. Anyone knows why? Why Duryodhan never counted on Krishna? There's no word Krishna there when Duryodhan is explaining different warriors on the other side.
Because Krishna decided not to
fight.
Krishna said, I'm not going to fight. So Duryodhan is thinking, what is the value of this warrior? He's not going to fight. So this is how the materialistic people think. They don't believe in God. When the God is present right in front of them, they still don't believe. They don't count the God's plan. The only time they remember God when they need something from God. पूरा जीवन में मंदिर नहीं आया हूँ. The whole life I have not come to temple. Amitabh Bachchan or something like that, Rajesh Khanna. They will bang the bell. Now I'm coming. Now you have to make my father or mother alive or something like that. Huh? So the whole materialistic society runs on this purpose. If you can't see the God, show me God. I went on book distribution many years ago, and someone said, if you show me God, I'll buy the book. You show me God, I'll buy the book. This is sort of argument they present. You can't even show air, what to speak of God. You can't show mind. There's so much arguments can be given. Can you say you don't have mind? You definitely have mind. But can you show me your mind? You can't. Can you show me air? But it has to be present because you are breathing the air. Huh? God is not your, Prabhupada said, order supplying agent. Huh? So you just order the God and God will just present himself in front of you. Oh, please acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You acknowledge Surya or don't acknowledge Surya. Surya is always there. He will still come. Next day, he will still go. Next day in the evening. You acknowledge Surya Dev or you don't acknowledge Surya Dev. Surya Dev is not bothered. You acknowledge your own Australian Prime Minister or you don't acknowledge. Prime Minister is not bothered about this one single citizen acknowledging him and giving him a certificate. Oh, I agree, you are the Prime Minister of Australia. So we acknowledge God or we don't acknowledge God. It doesn't matter to God. To God. But it matters to us. But people like Duryodhan, for them it doesn't matter. Now when Sanjay is explaining about the situation in the Kurukshetra, there he is talking about, so when the Vinadya the great conchal sound was produced, tumultuous sound was produced on this side, what's happening on the other side? This is what Sanjay is explaining. So Sanjay goes and explains about the other side. And the first thing he explains in the other army by Sanjay, this is by Sanjaya, about Krishna and Arjuna, because Sanjay is a devotee. He's always thinking about Krishna. Krishna kahan hai? Where is Krishna? Where is Gopinath? So he looks at Gopinath first, Krishna first, and says, Tattaha Shvetair Hayair Yukte. Shweta, Shweta. Everyone knows Shweta? Huh? Not a Shweta Mataji. Shweta refers to here. Many boys know Shweta. Shwet, white. Huh? White. Shweta, Haya. The Haya is also Urdu word. We're not talking about that Haya here. Ashar. Haya refers to Ashwa, horses. Huh? In Sanskrit, Haya refers to horses. Shwetair Hayar Yutte. Mahati Syanandane. Mahati means Mahan. Mahitim Chamum. Mahitim, Mahan word is used here. Syanandane refers to Ratha, chariot. Isthitao. There's a Ratha which is situated, which is a big Ratha, which is drawn by Shwet Hayar, completely white horses. On that Sanandane, on that chariot, who's sitting there? Madhavaha. Now, Madhavaha, everyone knows here, is a chariot driver. Huh? In a car, who is important? The driver or the Malik? Or the owner of the car? Huh? Giriraj Prabhu is smiling. बोले यार तो ड्राइवर भी हम ही हैं मालिक भी हम ही हैं at least in India you can say okay Ambani will not be driving his car, there will be a chariot driver for him, okay, say car driver for him, huh? So who is important, Ambani, Mr. Ambani Prabhu, or the car driver? Ambani obviously is important, right? So here also Krishna, if you forget the position of Krishna for 1 second, he's a chariot driver, a very simple position he has accepted. But Arjun, so he should introduce the Arjun first. But he knows the position of Arjun, although Krishna has accepted a very menial position of a chariot driver. Taxi driver is a big job here. People do it, and that's very nice, but it's not considered a very respectable, very high quality job. But Krishna has accepted that menial service for his devotee, because the devotee here, Arjun, requested Krishna, can you please become my chariot driver? Huh? Krishna asked Arjun, what you want me to do? He said, you just become my chariot driver. And he said, really? That's it? He said, if you are with me, I can go and fight with all the armies of all the demigods. He said that. All the demigods can come together. I can win them all alone if Krishna, Madhava, you are with me. This is the confidence of a devotee. Confidence of a devotee. If you are with me, I can do anything. But if you are not there, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we read when Krishna had left the planet, Arjuna was defeated by small boys. Huh? We read in first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Arjuna is saying, Krishna, you are with me. So Krishna said, okay. He said, I had a great desire that you become my chariot driver. I want to give all my things in your hand. I want to give my life in your hand. So Krishna should be our chariot driver. As Arjun has given his life to Krishna, we should also give our life to Krishna. And Arjun, Prabhupada writes, Even Arjun know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not sleeping on Ratha. He is not saying, Are Krishna, you are the Supreme Person. You can fight the war. And Prabhupada said, Arjun is not sleeping and smoking ganja. Prabhupada said that. So even after knowing that Krishna has already killed the whole other party, Arjun is working. So we are also supposed to work for Krishna. And then if we win or we get defeated, that doesn't matter. But we should give our reins of our life to Krishna, and then whatever Krishna guides us, we go in that direction, we fight. Mam anusmar yuddhecha. We'll read in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is saying, you remember me and keep fighting. Fighting here refers to prescribed duties. So Krishna being the chariot driver of Arjun is very significant, very, very significant. So we should also try to give our reins to Krishna. And Madhav should be more important than Pandava. Pandava refers to me, all of us. So Pandava here refers to one of the Pandavas. So one is Pandavaha, one is Pandavaha. So Pandavaha, if you know little Sanskrit, refers to one, singular, which is Arjuna here. Now Yudhishthira is also a Pandav. Nakul is also a Pandav. Bhim is also a Pandav. Here, with Madhav, the Pandav is Arjuna. Now, what did they do? Divya, Shankha, Pradatma. Divya refers to Divya, two. So in Sanskrit, we have Ekvachan, Dvivachan, and Bahuvachan. Who knows these three words? Apinder Prabhu knows. This is very sweet, actually. Balakaha, Balakao, Balakaha. We used to read when we were young. Anyway, so Divya refers to transcendental. Shankha refers to Shankha. Pradatmatu, they blew. Now you can say, okay, Krishna's Shankha is transcendental, agree. Why Arjun's conch shell is also transcendental? Why is that? Any ideas? Garima Mataji? Sorry, you're saying something. I thought you were talking to me.
I think that was given by Lord Agni Devta, I think, but not really sure.
Okay.
Somebody has given him that conch shell.
Okay, thank you, Mata. Let's describe that. Who has given this conch shell? I'll come back to that question, Sulekha Mataji, in a second. It was given, you're right. And I'll expand that in 1.15 because that's sort of keywords. Arjun's conch shell is also transcendental because Arjun is a pure devotee of Lord. Like Prabhupada's paraphernalia is also considered Divya. You go in Vrindavan, I'm sure everyone would have been in Prabhupada's room in Vrindavan, in our Krishna Balram temple. You go and Prabhupada's paraphernalia is there, is respected. Aradhana nam sarvesham, Vishnu aradhanam param, tasmat paratram devi, tasmat param tadiyam samarchanam. So this Lord Shiva is speaking with Parvati Mata in Padma Puran saying, Aradhana nam sarvesham, of all the aradhana, of all the puja, sarvesham, Vishnu aradhanam param. The topmost aradhana is Vishnu aradhana. That's perfect, right? Tasmat parataram. Parataram means isse bhi upar. Even beyond, above this. Tasmat parataram devi tadiyam samarchanam. Who belongs to Vishnu. They are even higher. So who belongs to Vishnu? Devotees, paraphernalia of Vishnu. So this is considered even higher than the worship of the Lord. When we worship Prabhupada in Guru Puja, for example, Krishna becomes more pleased than we worship him directly. Krishna is very, very pleased when we glorify his devotees, worship his devotee, follow his devotees. So here Divya refers to Arjun Shankar as well because this was Arjun is a pure devotee and all the paraphernalia of Arjun can also be considered as Divya, transcendental. So it's not just Krishna's Shankha and his Shankha as well. So Lekha Mataji will talk about that in this verse. Okay, 115. Everyone knows this verse. We read as a key verse. Anyone would like to give it a go? Come on. Jaldi, jaldi.
Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchajanya. Arjuna blew the Devadatta, and Bhima, the voracious eater and performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific conch shell called Pondra.
Thank you, Mataji. Garima Mataji, I think you wanted to read the Sanskrit. I love Sanskrit.
Panchajanya Hrishikesho
Panchajanyam Hrishikesho
Devadattam Dhananjaya
Devadattam Dhananjayaha
Pondaram Dadumo Mahashankham
Pondram Dadmo Mahashankham
Bhima Karma Vakodra.
Bhima Karma Vrakodaraha. Thank you, Mataji. So Panchajanyam Hrishikesho. Hrishikesh refers to Krishna. We'll come to this word in a second. Panchajanyam. So Hrishikesh has a special Shankha. It's called Panchajanya. Now, If you've seen Mahabharata, there's a story of Panchajanya. Panchajanya was an asur. He was living in ocean in the form of a Shankha. So Krishna killed this asur and took the conch shell away. But our acharyas explain Panchajanya was not just received to Krishna in this particular incarnation. Krishna has the Shankha from the spiritual world. So Krishna arranged when he comes for different leelas, like Kaliya's Nagpatni or Kaliya gave him a Kaustubh. Now Kaustubh is eternally with Krishna. But by Krishna's arrangement, sometimes he owns it eternally, but he also gives it to some devotees, and then he says, "Oh, you give me back." It's like a movie, You give your own thing to someone, and then you say, "Oh, can you please give me tomorrow?" It's just for the drama purposes. So Panchajanyam, Kaustubh, they're all eternal paraphernalia of Krishna. So Panchajanyam, Hrishikeshu. Devadattam Dhananjaya, Sulekha Mataji. The Shankha's name here is Devadatta. Now, Devadatta doesn't refer to any name. So, this is the name of the Shankha. But why this name is given? Devadatta, Dev mane Devata, Datta mane given. It was given by Devatas. Now, in the Devatas also, it was given by Indra. So, the Shankha to Arjuna was given by Indra. Very, very powerful Shankha. And the chariot, Mataji, was given by Agni. And the horses was given by Chitrarat, who is a Gandharva. He's the king of Gandharvas. So horses were given by Gandharva king Chitrarat. The whole chariot was given by Agnidev, and the chariot had the power to go in any direction with any speed, and it will win over. And the horses and the chariot and the quiver was also given by Indradev, actually. So before the war, Indra, because he's a father of Arjun, sort of. So he's a father of Arjun, so he had given some weapons, including this conch shell. Is that okay? Next one, Pondram Dadmo Mahashankham. So Pondram is the name of Shankha of Bhima. So Bhima Karma Vrakodaraha. So this is a Mahashankha. This is not a normal Shankha. Like if you see, I've got a picture here, somewhere here. You see, so this picture of Bhagavad Gita cover page is based on 115 actually, just for your information. So 115 is this picture here. So now these Shankha you can see, you can hold in hand, but Bhima's Shankh was quite big. And I've heard in a class actually, it says Bhima did not have a proper Shankha. It was the head of the skeleton. Bhima used this as Pondram. The name given in the verse is Pondram. Dadma means blue. Mahashankha. Now others are used for Shankha. Here the word is used Mahashankha. It wasn't not normal. So don't think, I can just pick up the Bhima Shankha and try it out. You probably won't be able to even lift it up. Bhima Karma Vraka. Vraka Udara. Prabhupada writes a voracious eater. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, and you can read. I'm sure you would have read by now. Vraka Udara. So he is a voracious eater, but he is not just a voracious eater. He is a voracious worker as well. Bhima can perform, Prabhupada writes, Herculean task. Very tough task. So Bhima was not like something who will just eat and sleep. He will eat well and he will work well as well. When Draupadi got married to the 5 Pandavas, we all know that story after Draupadi Swayamvar, Kunti was training Draupadi how to serve her sons, 5 sons, Pandavas. So, because they are in exile, they don't have much facility. So, Kunti was training Draupadi. So, whenever you get, any food stuff, you divide into 2 parts. Suppose you get 12 chapatis, so divide into 2 parts, 6. Now, 1 6 goes to 4 Pandavas, 1 to you, 1 to me. And another 6 goes to Bhima. So this was the ratio. Any number of chapatis or fruits or whatever food stuff they will get, Draupadi Devi will divide into half will go to Bhima, half will go to 6 people. So this is how much Bhima could eat. But Bhima could perform Herculean task. It says after Varnavrat, the Agni, when Pandavas were in Varnavrat, and Duryodhana tried to burn them alive. Bhima was running with 4 Pandavas and Kunti Devi on his back, and he was running. 5 people on the back. Try 5 kilo of weight on your back. See how far you can run. Difficult task. Bhima could perform Herculean task. So that's why it's written Bhima Karma Vraka Udarha. Yes, Srinivas Prabhuji.
Yeah, Devadattam,
yes.
The conch shell. Once after completing in the Aranya Parva, Arjuna went for penance to Lord Shiva. He got all the Divyastras from Lord Shiva. Then immediately Indradev asked him to come down to his place, Sargalok, and then he gave one chariot, his own chariot, and his chariot driver Mahati, and kill the Nivata Kauchas. There are 400,000 Nivata Kauchas. At that time, he gave these weapons, Devadatta and Kuran, to kill the people. By doing that, like Mahati is fell down. Arjuna will do the chariot driving as well as shooting the arrows. At the same time, he will do that. Like there, he got the name as a Sabyasachi as well, because 400 demons are 400,000 demons are fighting in one hand, and he's alone without having any chariot driver. He did that.
And
there
those,
he got.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji, please continue.
Here he got that Devadatta and that because he gave to assist, give this power to him.
Yes.
To kill. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for writing up. Nice. No, that's very good, Prabhuji. We need to know. And just for your information, just Nivat Kavchas was such a demons. Demigods have tried to defeat them. They could not defeat. And here a human go on a visitor visa to Sargloka and he defeats single-handedly. So why Indra will not be pleased? And Arjun explains that in Srimad Bhagavatam. He says, I sat with Indra on his seat. Because he was so pleased, come, sit with me on my Singhasan. Usually Indra is very afraid, isn't it? Prathu Maharaj, Pakyan, Sagar Maharaj, anywhere, he will try to steal the horse. But here he says, Arjun, come, sit with me. Nice. Okay, so let's move forward to 116. This is 116 to 118, describing different other warriors who are blowing their conch shells. I'll quickly read. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putra Yudhishthira. So Ananta Vijay is the Shankha of Yudhishthira Maharaj. Nakula Sahdevacha Sughosh Mani Pushpaka. So Nakul has a special Shankha called Sughosh, and Madi Pushpak, this is Sahadeva's. Kashya se Parmeshvacha, Sikandicha Maharatha. So different Maharathis are blowing their own conch shells. Drashtadumna Viratascha Satyakisha Parajita. So Drashtadumna also blew his conch shell. Virat, King Virat also blew his conch shell. Satyaki also blew his conch shell. Now our acharyas explain this word Satyakischa Aparajitaha. So if you know Hindi, you can translate it Satyaki cha aparajitaha. Parajit means defeat. Aparajit means cannot be defeated. Satyaki was such a warrior. The word for him is not used for any other warrior here, but for him is used Satyaki cha aparajitaha. It cannot be defeated. Our acharyas actually expand on it and say there can be another meaning of this word. Satyaki chap parajitaha. The chap refers to Dhanush. In Sanskrit, Dhanush is also called chap. Chap Parajita. So he is decorated with chap. He is decorated with a Dhanush. Satyaki is looking so beautiful. He has been decorated by a bow. A special word used for Satyaki. Drupado. Drupado. So Drupad Maharaj. Dropdeyas refers to sons of Draupadi. Sarvashah Prithvi Pate. Prithvi, we know, Bhumi Pate. So they're all great warriors of Prithvi. Saubhadrash again. A special mention of Abhimanyu here. Mahabahu. Mahabahu is very, very strong warrior, very special warrior. Although he's only 16 at this time. He's also married to Uttara, which is the daughter of King Virat. And it says by the time war started, Parikshit was already in the womb. Shankhan Dadmu Prathak Prathak. Prathak Prathak means different Shankhas which they individually owned. They blew their conch shells. I'll quickly read the translation. Someone who hasn't read as yet.
King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti, blew his conch shell. The Ananta Vijaya and Nakula and Sahadeva blew the Sughosha and Manipushpaka. That great archer, the king of Kasi, the great fighter Sikhandi, Drishtadyumna, Virata, the unconquerable Satyaki, Drupada, the son of Draupadi, and others, O king, such as the mighty armed son of Subhadra, all blew their respective conch shells.
Okay, so it's unconquerable Satyaki. Now just quickly, Shikhandi is also coming here. We're talking about Kashiraj earlier. So Shikhandi and Kashiraj, anyone knows the connection? Some of you would know. Yeah, Upendra.
Prabhuji, Amba, because she was already in love with someone. So when Bhishma Dev, when he abducted the three daughters, he took them to Hastinapur. But when Amba revealed that she was already in love with Shalv, so Bhishma told her that she can go back to Shalv, but Shalv rejected her. And then she came back to Bhishma asking him to marry her. But Bhishma Dev told her that I've taken the vow of celibacy, so I can't marry you. So she decides that okay, I will go to your spiritual master and I will seek revenge. So then she goes to Lord Parshuram, and Lord Parshuram initially he tells her that I don't believe you, my disciple, come what may, he cannot do anything wrong. But then when she tells him that no, you're actually mistaken, and he has wronged me, then they have a battle. And then she seeks this blessing from Lord Shiva, that she will become the cause of Bhishma Dev's death. So in her next life, she is born as a Shikhandini, the daughter of Drupad Maharaj. And she's actually she's a very good fighter, but in the first war where the Pandavas try to capture Drupad, she is not able to perform well. So Drupad sort of rejects her, and he says that I thought you were very worthy, but you're actually not. So later on in the story, she performs austerity for Yaksharaj, and Yaksharaj blesses her that for one day you can become a man, because no woman was allowed to participate in the war. So Shikhandini takes the form of Shikhandi with the purpose of killing Bhishma Dev.
Very bold. Thank you, Prabhuji. So many nice pastimes are there. Thank you, Prabhu. So we know a lot about Shikhandi now, Shikhandi slash Shikhandini. And this finally became the cause of Bhishma's death. Just on that, I'm sure everyone knows this, but in the beginning of the war, Yudhishthir Maharaj, before the war, just on the day one, went on the other side and he sought blessings from all the great personalities like Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, Kripacharya. And in that time, Yudhishthir Maharaj asked Bhishma, so how can we defeat you, Pitama? There is no way. No one can defeat you. Like, how can we defeat you? So Bhishma Pitama said, when the right time comes, you come to me, I'll reveal it to you. So on the ninth day, actually, the Pandavas with Krishna went on the other side, and Bhishma said, if Shikhandi is in front of me, because I consider him as a woman, then I will not shoot. So Arjun used Shikhandi for that purpose. Okay, let's move forward. 119. Saghosho dhat rashranam hirdani vedarayad nabhasya pratvim chaiva tumlo abhyunadayan. Translation by someone.
The blowing of these different conches became uproarious and thus vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra.
Thank you, Mataji. Saghosho. Ghosh refers to, again, a big noise. Dhartarashtra. Prabhupada writes, Dhartarashtra refers to the sons of Dhritarashtra. Hridayani Vyadaryat. Hridayani refers to the Hridaya or the heart. Vyadaryat means it was completely shattered. So their heart was completely shattered by listening the conchal sound of different warriors in the Pandava army. Nabhascha Prithvim Chaiva. So Nabha refers to the sky, Prithvi refers to the land, to the earth. Tumlo Abhyunadayan refers to this sound was resounding, very, very bhishana sound, fierce sound was coming. And what was the result of that? It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Now this section particularly, I'll just show you a MIHE guide. So we are reading chapter 1. This is again with all of you. Preparation for the war, this is 1 to 13. So we read the first verse by Dhritarashtra, then second was by Sanjaya, and then later verses we read by Duryodhan, around 8 verses. Then we are reading this, okay, which one we are in? 119. These are the verses which you are reading. They belong to the subsection called Signs of Victory of Pandavas. So our acharyas explain there are 9 signs of victory, and you can take a screenshot if you want. And again, these are all verses. There's nothing outside verses. This is exactly verses, but in different verses, our acharyas have accumulated all the points. There are 9 points which they have mentioned, which which predicts the victory of Pandavas. So Krishna's personal presence, we already saw that. Madhava is present on the chariot of Arjuna, which is given by Agnidev. Krishna's personal presence. Goddess of fortune, so Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna. We read that verse 1878. Tatra Shri Vijyor Bhutir. Shri and Vijay will be there where Madhava is there. Because Madhava is the husband of the goddess of fortune. Once Duryodhan was asking, I think it was 12th day or 13th day, when Dronacharya was the commander-in-chief, he was asking, Acharya, what are you doing? You promised me that you'll arrest Duryodhan and this whole war will finish, but you haven't done anything. So Dronacharya response is very beautiful. He says, Duryodhan, we can only do our duty. What the destiny will bring, we don't know. And we also don't know what destiny will bring because the husband of the destiny is sitting on the other side. Husband of the destiny, husband of the goddess of fortune, sitting on the other side. So how can the destiny be with us? We can only try. We can only try. We cannot control the result. So I promise that I'll give you this tale, but I can't give you this tale. I tried so much because the husband of the goddess of fortune is on the other side. So everyone knows actually, but it's just one person's obstinacy got this whole bloodshed. Anyway, so goddess of fortune is definitely there where Madhava is there, Krishna is there. Venue 1.1 is Kurukshetra. We already discussed about it. That Bhumi will only increase dharma. That's a sign of victory from Pandavas. Hanumanji on Arjuna's flag. We'll talk about it. This is 120, but okay, we can quickly say. So Hanuman and Bhima's meeting. How many of you don't know? Raise your hand. And this, you should not be shy. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just say quickly. When Pandavas were in exile, Arjun had gone to Sargloka, as Srinivas Prabhu just explained. After he just wanted to get more divine weapons, Krishna said, you go to Sargloka. He went to Lord Shiva, Sargloka, and all that. Now, here what happened? 4 Pandavas and Draupadi Maharani is living in near Badrikashram in Himalayas. One day, Draupadi Rani saw 1,000-petal lotus flower, which was extremely beautiful. The scent of the lotus was so nice. Draupadi got the one flower and Draupadi was very, very happy, very, very happy. And she approached Bhima. Now, Arjun is not there. Yudhishthira Maharaj actually explains Draupadi's favorite husband was Arjun, and that was the cause of the fall of Draupadi when they are going to Prayan. Finally, it says all the Pandavas and Draupadi Rani went to Himalayas after they left the kingdom to Parikshit Maharaj. First person who fell down was Draupadi. Bhima asked, why did Draupadi fall down? She was a sati, chaste lady. Yudhishthira Maharaj explains in response to Bhima's question, yes, she was a chaste lady, but she had one problem. She favored Arjun more than others. That's why she fell the first one. And anyway, she's still a pure devotee of Lord. Anyway, so Draupadi Devi approached Bhima and said, Bhima, we are living in exile for last 12 years, more than 12 years now. And Draupadi, she's a queen. She's living in forest and literally in a very, very humble situation. So first time she approached to Bhima and asked something. My dear husband, can you please bring some of more flowers? And Bhima said, sure, sure. So sometimes people call Bhima as henpecked husband. No, he wasn't a henpecked husband. It's the duty of husband to look after the wife, and the demand of wife was very valid. And Bhima knew Draupadi has been living in very mental situation for such a long time. So he wanted to please Draupadi, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, Bhima said no problem. He took his club, Gada, and he started marching upwards on the Himalayas. So there is a place there where crossing that place, no mortal beings, no human beings can cross it because that starts the kingdom of Yakshas. Anyway, Bhima is Bhima, our sweet Bhima. He's just marching, and whoever come on the way, Bhima is just destroying them, including different jungle animals, big trees. Finally, Yakshas come in front of him, and Bhima starts fighting with them. And finally, he reached to the lake, which belongs to Yaksha, where there are so many, these lotuses are there. In between, what happens in this journey, because he's going upwards, he's angry and he's powerful. He wants to go upstairs fast. On the way, he sees a monkey sitting on the way, very, very old monkey. And Bhima, he can kill lions, but there's a monkey, old monkey is there. He can't cross it. It's not a very good etiquette. So he's telling the monkey, move from my way. And the monkey is like, I can't move. I'm so tired. So, I got to go. Move. I can't. And finally, the old monkey says, so-called old monkey says, can you please move my tail? I don't have any strength. You move my tail and you can go forward. So Bhima said, oh my God, I have to move a tail of a monkey now. Anyway, he used his left hand, it's just monkey tail. And he's trying to lift the monkey tail. Huh? Can't do anything. Put more strength, more strength, more strength. He put his two hands, he put all the strength. Monkey tail doesn't move. Then he realizes it can't be a normal monkey. Bhima has 10,000 elephant strength. Huh? Can't move a tail of a monkey. Then he folded his hand. Who are you? And then this old monkey, who is no other than Hanumanji, appears in front of Bhima. And he said, you are my brother. Because they're both Pavan Putra, Vayudev, the son of Vayudev. So that's where the meeting of Hanumanji and Bhima happened. And there's again a long conversation, to cut short. Hanumanji said, there's going to be a war, and in that war, I'll come with you. And I'll be sitting on the flag of Arjun's chariot. It's called Kapit Dhwaja. Dhwaja refers to the flag, Kapi refers to the monkey. So this monkey, Hanumanji, was not just a painting on the Dhwaja, on the flag. He was really present there. And he said, time to time, he will roar very loudly. When the warriors will come, he will just roar. And people will like, where is coming from? They will get completely bewildered. And that time, Pandava's army will kill them. So he was making a lot of help to the Pandavas, basically, in the form of Hanumanji sitting on the Kapitdhwaja. Okay, that will come in 120. Symbol of Vishnu. Council is a symbol of Lord Vishnu. This is indirectly dictated by Bhishma and Pandava's council. So this we understand. Again, the symbol of Vishnu's, as I said, are very, very important. They are transcendental conscious. We say Divya Shankha Pradadmatau. We read that in 114. Bhishma's counsel to pacify Duryodhan. We saw in Prabhupada purports, Prabhupada used the word depressed grandson, Duryodhan. So Bhishma had no hope of victory. Agnidev chariots, we described about it. Arjun had all the Divya things with him. Chariot, he has the Haya horses. He also had a quiver given by Indra. Shattering of the hearts. This is the verse which you are just reading, 119, saying, conscious of Pandava shattered Kaurava's heart. Now we will not see in the previous time when other party, Kaurava's party, were blowing the conch shell, we see no effect on Pandavas being described in Bhagavad Gita, right? But when Pandava's party blew the conch shell, the effect of it on Kauravas is described, particularly in this verse. It says, it shattered the hearts of Pandavas. So Pandavas' hearts are not shattered because of confidence in Krishna. Because Pandavas had Krishna, and when Krishna is there, what's the fear? When there is Hari, why worry? When there is no Hari, always worry. So we are in the party of Hari. If we are in the party of Hari, there is no worry. So it says devotee of Krishna has so much confidence in Rakshasiti iti Vishwaso. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says 6 Lakshan of Sharnagati. And the fifth one is Rakshasiti iti Vishwaso. Iti Vishwas. This Vishwas, this faith is there. Krishna will always protect me. Always protect me. Again, he may not protect my body, but he will always protect my devotion. When you say Nihavi Karna Shoti 240 verse, it says, body may not be protected. Bharat Maharaj in 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, body was not protected, but his devotional advancement was protected. Even when he fell down, so-called fell down in the body of a deer, but his devotional advancement actually was protected. Not only protected, it increased in the body of the deer. Deer body Bharat was more advanced, spiritually advanced, than a human-bodied Bharat Maharaj. So Krishna always protects. Narsimhadev always protects. Yes, Srinivas Prabhuji.
Here the Hanumanji flag, actually after completing the Kurukshetra battle,
yes,
Lord Krishna is take the chariot to little bit far away, and he said like get down from this chariot. Then it will burn. The chariot is burnt. Then Arjuna asked like what happened to this? Then Lord Krishna is explained. What do you think? The Hanuman is protected from the top. The great weapons, they are used by the Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya, and the Karna. All these weapons, why it is not take any action? The protection is, you got the protection from the Hanuman. Once after completing the battle, you are get down. That's why it's burnt. The power of all those weapons are showed now.
Yes.
So that is the benefit they got from the Hanumanji.
Yes. So Hanumanji from the top, Krishna from the bottom. Arjun was fully protected. Otherwise, there were great warriors on the other side. It says Bhishma alone was enough to drink the whole army of Pandavas. One person. But because of the presence
Yeah,
of Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
the seventh point, the Bhishmaji is conch shell to pacify the Drona, Duryodhana. How it is shown as a sign for the victory.
Yes, because Bhishma, as I said, Prabhuji, had no hope. So sometimes, he's doing his duty, but his conch shell blowing is not the sign of victory for himself. His conch shell blowing is just a sign of duty. And because he himself has no zeal, no enthusiasm to fight. Now, if you see, Prabhuji, you may be a very experienced fighter, but if you have no enthusiasm to fight, you will not perform well. But another warrior may have less experience, but he has a lot of enthusiasm to fight. Who will win the game? The warrior who has a lot of enthusiasm. So Bhishma was not enthusiastic at all because he knew the result of it. So because one party is loser, that means another party is winner, isn't it? So this is why it's been put as a point here.
But they mention in that verse, it is showing up like a roaring lion.
Yeah, that was the voice. That's the voice. But the inner heart of Bhishma, had no hope. That's just the voice because his Shanka was Singhanada Vinodachaiha. So that was like a roar of a lion. So Prabhupada writes in the purport in that verse, Prabhuji 112. This Bhishma's inner heart is shown here rather than the external sound of the Shankha. Yeah. Upendra Prabhu.
Prabhuji, just one question because we are on the subject of Lord Hanuman, who was situated in the flag. So there is one pastime of Karna and Arjun when they are fighting face to face. So what happens is that whenever Karna releases his arrow, so it actually pushes Arjuna's chariot like 10 steps backwards. Whereas when Arjuna shoots towards Karna's chariot, then it goes like probably two or three steps.
One hand, yeah.
And
Something like that.
no, sorry. Actually, it's the other way around. When Arjuna shoots at Karna's chariot, then it goes 10 feet backwards. But Arjuna's chariot goes 2 feet backwards when Karna shoots at his chariot. But Krishna is still praising Karna. Then Arjun gets in material sense, he gets envious and he asks Krishna that why are you praising him? I'm shooting on his chariot and it's going 10 feet backwards. So then he says that, I'm sitting on this chariot, I'm the Supreme Lord, and you have the protection from Lord Hanuman. So, Prabhuji, my question was that if Karna was not at par with Arjun, then how did these pastimes happen? Why did Krishna praise Karna? And one other question related to this was you mentioned the Swamvar of Draupadi,
Yes.
where Karna could not, he was not able to defeat Arjun, whereas Arjun was able to shoot the fish in the eye. But Prabhuji, wasn't Karna not even offered a chance because Draupadi said that you are the son of a chariot driver? So if
Okay.
you could,
So let's quickly do one by one. So why Krishna is praising? So Prabhu, if Karna is not at par with Arjun, Arjun is the best archer. It doesn't mean you can't praise others. Huh? Suppose someone is not the best, but he's good, right? So a veer person, a courageous person will always appreciate the effort of others. If you have a 4-year-old child and he draws something on a piece of paper, you'll appreciate. Oh wow, kya banaya hai? What a great art you have. So it's a sort of encouragement you give. Huh? At his age, he's trying. He's not the best artist, but at his age, he's trying. So Karna, whatever he is doing, is appreciated by Krishna sometimes. Right? Now, Krishna is not appreciating what Karna did with Draupadi, for example, right? Then, when Arjun was stopped, when Karna said to Arjun in the very last fight that, don't shoot at me because I'm not ready. So Arjun stopped. Krishna said, Are, why are you stopping? Shoot. And Karna is offering, where is your code of morality? Then Krishna responds, where was your code of morality when you are telling this chaste lady, Draupadi, to Duryodhan, to Dushasana, and disrobe her and put it on my jangha. Anyway, so he's doing some good job. So Krishna is appreciating. There's nothing wrong with that. He doesn't have to excel Arjuna. In some things, Karna was there. Shakti weapon, Krishna made it use on Ghatotkach. Karna had it. It's a great weapon. And Krishna sort of misspent it. Okay. What was the second question, Prabhu?
Prabhuji,
Draupadi Swayamvar. Okay.
yeah.
So there are multiple versions of that pastime, Prabhu. Mahabharata has multiple versions. So the Draupadi Swayamvar also has multiple versions. So one version says he was not allowed to participate. One version said he was participating. Another version said he did not participate, but still, after the Swayamvar, when Arjun, so-called a Brahman, won the Draupadi, all the Kshatriyas attacked actually. All the Kshatriyas attacked. And then Bhima and Arjun alone fought with them, and they defeated. They're saying, oh, you Kshatriyas, you Brahmanas are insulting Kshatriyas, huh? You don't have power, but you just cheated us. So they attacked actually Drupad Maharaj. So that time Arjun actually protected. And there are many versions. Even that pastime has so many versions. How Drupad Maharaj identified Arjun as a Kshatriya. There's another version on that. So one is the fighting, another version is testing on his own palace. So he invited all the Pandavas. Drupad is very intelligent. He's a king, great king. He invited all the Pandavas in one room. He put lot of food stuff, he put lot of weapons, he put lot of Shastra. And when Pandavas came in, Yudhishthira was looking at Shastra, Bhima was checking the Gada, and Arjun was looking at the bow. Then he understood they are Kshatriyas. They cannot be Brahmins. So because, Brahmins are Brahmins. So like that. Anyway, is that okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
It's just many, many versions, Prabhuji, over the period. So many different things have come up.
Because Prabhuji, everybody has a very soft corner for Karna. Even in
not really. Karna was a demon.
He's shown to be like a very good person in a bad company.
Some good qualities he had, but he is actually a demon. He's Sahastra Kavach from the past life. If you read past life of Karna, he's a demon. And Suryadev says, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu's website says, dumped him on Kunti. Was not given, dumped. Anyway, I'll not go on Karna's pastime today. I think it's enough. Okay, so let's go to 120. Okay. अथ व्यवसितान दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजा प्रवर्ते शस्त्र संपाते धनु रुद्रम्य पांडवा हृषिकेशम तदा वाक्यम idam आह महीपते. One thing I forgot, sorry, I'll just go back. Just remembered. That is important. Panchajanam Hrishikesho. Word Hrishikesh is very important. Prabhupada writes on Hrishikesh. So let's read about Hrishikesh. Particular name Hrishikesh. Hrishikesh is the one who is the Isha of all the senses. So Krishna is the master and controller of all the senses. That's why his name is Hrishikesha. Madhava. Madhava refers to? Now, Madhava has many, many meanings. Madhava has a Ritu. This Madhava. Madhuka, the one who kills Madhu, that's Madhava. The Pati of the husband of goddess of fortune, that's also Madhava. So Prabhupada has written husband of goddess of fortune. Now, these different names of Krishna is written in Bhagavad Gita. And there's a list of it. I think there's 33 different names of Krishna and 20 names of Arjuna. And I may be wrong here, don't quote me on the numbers, but something like that. So different names of Krishna represent different qualities of Krishna. Similarly, different names of Arjuna represent different qualities of Arjuna. Now here, when we're talking about Hrishikesh, which is the master of senses, so Arjuna is basically connecting with, because Arjun has senses and these senses are going to get bewildered, is connected with Hrishikesha. So we also as aspiring devotees should also connect with Hrishikesha because our senses are not in our control. I'm sure everyone have their own weaknesses, but Krishna is completely full control of his senses and he can also help us to control our senses. Dhananjaya, what's the name meaning Dhananjaya? So everyone knows the pastime of Rajasuya Yajna. Yudhishthira Maharaj needed some money to perform the yajna. It's not money for himself, it's to give charity, to perform big yajnas. They need money. So he asked Arjun to help him. So Arjun went in the north direction and he got lot of money. So that is one reason why he's called Dhananjaya, because he is dhan ka sanchay karne wala. He's accumulating the wealth. But there's another meaning which our acharyas give of the word Dhananjaya, who is the accumulator of the ultimate wealth. What is the ultimate wealth? Arjun got Bhagavad Gita. So if you are getting this wealth of spirituality, that is the ultimate wealth. So we are also supposed to be Dhananjaya, not just dollar jaya, Australian dollar, Europe dollar, not that Dhananjaya. Real Dhananjaya, when we become devotee, when we have devotional qualities, when we please our spiritual master, we become Dhananjaya. So we should try to gather this dhana of the blessings of Vaishnavas. So when we serve Vaishnavas, we get their blessings. We also become Dhananjaya. And we should increase this dhana in our life a lot. Other dhana, whatever little work you do, 8 hours, 9 hours to run your family, and that's also okay, part of your duty. But we should not bother too much about it. Prabhupada said, it may not be possible these days, only work for 6 hours, and rest of the time you spend for Krishna. So nowadays it's not possible, but whatever is possible basically, that's just a formality. Do what you need to do, that's okay. But Dhananjaya, we should all try to become Dhananjaya. Now, if we go in the future verses, Krishna, other names are given, which are very nice. Hishikesh, see, similar word is used here. Okay, this is a verse we were reading actually. So let's read this verse, we'll come to the word. Atvyastanandasta. Okay, who will read the translation? Someone.
At that time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in the military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words.
Okay. Athavyavasitan drashtva. So please note this word drashtva. Drashtva refers to see. Around 6 to 7 times this word is repeatedly used in next couple of verses, and we'll explain why. At Vyavasitan, das Vyavasthit, all the arranged armies. Dhartarashtran Kapidhvaja. So Dhartarashtran is referring to the sons of Dhritarashtra. Kapidhvaja refers to Kapidhvaja, which is the flag of Arjuna. Pravritte Shastra Sampate. Pravritte Shastra Sampate. They are here. Shastra Sampate. They are equipped with Shastra, weapons. Dhanur Udyamya Pandava, and they are here to fight with Pandavas. Hrishikesham Tada Vakyam. So Arjun is going to speak now in the next verse, verse 21. Idam aha mahipate. Mahipate. Mahi refers to Prithvi. Pate refers to the protector of the Prithvi. So Mahipal, Mahipate. They all refers to the kings basically. They are considered the protector of the earth. So at that time, Arjun then spoke to Lord Krishna these particular words. Hrishikesh, again word Hrishikesh is used. Now Arjun will keep referring to Krishna with different words. Let's see why they have been used in a particular shloka. Very beautiful. Okay, Arjun Vacha. This is the first verse by Arjun in Bhagavad Gita here. Senior Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Isthapaya Me Achyuta. So word Achyut is used here for Krishna. Yabadeta Niriksheham Yodhu Kaman Avasthitan Kairmya Sah Yodhivya Vasmin Asmin Ran Samudyame. So this is the verse. Let's read the translation first. We'll expand on it.
Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms.
So I'll put some verses here, for example, verse 20, and we'll count how many times word drashtra or words related with drashtra, just means seeing, is being used. Drashtra is used here in verse 20. Now you can see verse 20 has 3 lines. Verse 21 has 2 lines, 22 has 1 line. So Prabhupada has done this arrangement, which is perfectly fine. Sometimes based on the theme, Prabhupada has put 3 lines or 1 line, but that balances out actually. So Prabhupada just continues with the same thing because the theme is there same in the 3 lines. So Prabhupada has named as verse 20. In other books, you may see different numberings, but that doesn't matter. Okay, now, Senyorobhyor Madhya Ratham Isthapay Me Achyuta. Achyut. What does word Achyut mean? Who knows? Achyut. We have Achyut Kesha Prabhu. Achyuta. Achyut means to fall. Achyuta, who does not fall. So Krishna is the. Sorry, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, you were going to say something.
Oh, Prabhuji, I was going to say infallible.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Infallible. So we are called Chuta. We are fallible. We fall down. So we fall down from multiple perspectives. We fall down physically. I'm getting old. Physically, chashma is there. After some time, maybe some ear devices may come as well. our teeth are falling down. So body is definitely fallible. Even mentally we fall down. Jananda Maharaj was giving a class many years ago in Sydney, and he was saying fall down is not something when we fall down, sometimes talk about this sadhu fell down, this sannyasi fell down. He said we all fall down multiple times a day. We can even fall down for a pakoda. Why? Because we want to enjoy the pakoda without offering to Krishna. Huh? We want to enjoy something without offering that thing to Krishna, because it's a bhoga. We should always accept prasad. But when we want to enjoy bhoga, bhoga is for Bhogapati Krishna. Bhoktaram Tapsam Sarva Lok Maheshwaram. All the bhoga should go to Krishna. And then when it becomes prasad, then we can honor it. But when we want to enjoy a pakoda or a peanut or whatever it may be, a car or a house or a cloth or a bike, whatever it may be, then we become actually papi. We become very simple. Yajna santo machante sarvikil vishay. Ye pachanti atma karana. 313 it says. Pachanti means pachana. If you want to enjoy yourself alone without Krishna, then bhunjate te tu agham papa. The word pap is used. So you are just eating sin basically. But if you see in the case of Krishna, he is Achyuta. He never fails to fulfill the promise he has given to his devotees. He never fails. He has given promise that I will never lift the weapon. But he has also, Bhishma has also made a vow that I will make you lift the weapon today. Whose promise will win? Devotee. If you have a fight, friendly fight with your son, a friendly run with your son or daughter, Janavi will win, Yuvati Mataji, obviously, or Abhishek Prabhu will win. Who will win? If Abhishek Prabhu, Janvi both starts running. Obviously, Janvi will win. It's just obvious, huh? No matter how great the father is, in front of kid, father feels very pleasurable in getting the defeat. Huh? So when Krishna and devotee both take the vow of Bhishma will get upheld. And our Acharya is also explained, Krishna actually never broke his promise as well. He says he is Chakrapani. Chakrapani means Sudarshan Pani. Sudarshan, he has Sudarshan in his hand. Also, Chakra refers to Rath Ka Paiya, the chariot wheel. Chariot wheel is not considered a weapon. So he did not even break his vow as well. Anyway, so Krishna is never Chuta. We are mostly Chuta, unless you become a pure devotee of the Lord. So Arjun is asking Krishna and referring to Krishna as Achyuta. You are Achyut. You can do what I'm requesting you to do. So Arjun made two requests in this particular verse. What are the two requests? Sen yor ubhayor. Ubhayor refers to two. Ubhay refers to two. Madhya. I want to go Madhya in the middle of these two, which is the two armies. Ratham isthapay. So please establish my Ratha in the middle of two armies. Okay, that's one. What do you want to do there? Krishna could have asked. Yavad eta nirikshe aham refers to me. Aham niriksha. I want to see. What do you want to see? Yudhu kaman avasya. Kaman refers to desire. Yudhu kaman means one who have desire for yuddha. Avasyatam. They have come here for the desire to fight. Kair maya sah yodhavyam asmir ran samudyame. So I want to see in this rana, in this battlefield, who all have assembled to fight. Now, okay, sorry, I got this picture. This is Shweta Air Yukte. This is 114. So this is the verse 114 from Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, did I have another picture? No, I don't have it. Anyway, you understand. So Arjun is standing in the middle of the army, and both sides, both armies are there. And Arjun made two requests to Krishna that, hey, Achyut, please take my chariot in the middle of the armies. And what I will do there, I will do the nirikshan. Now imagine before Mahabharata, Arjun already knew about who's going to come and fight, right? Both parties had their spies and they were going in each other's camp, and they knew exactly. Bhishma knew exactly. Even this was established who will fight with whom. Bhishma had established Rathi will fight with Rathi, Atirathi will fight with Atirathi, pedestrians will fight with pedestrians. So everything was completely defined. But now Arjun is saying, I want to see all the fighters who have assembled here with the fighting spirit. You understand the contradiction here? He already knows, but he's still saying, what's the reason? Anyone can guess? So first he has heard about it, now he wants to see, are they really here to fight? Are they really here to fight? First you hear in theory, okay, A is coming, B is coming, C is coming, D is coming, but now you want to see, Have they really come? Have they really come for Yuddha? And why they have come for Yuddha? That goes in the next verse. Beautiful verse. 23. This is very nice verse. Yot se manan aveksheham yate ya etra samagataha dhartarashtra durbuddhe. Durbuddhe word is used. Buddhi means intel. Durbuddhi. Duryodhan. Duryodhan also comes from Duryodhan. Yodhan means to fight. Dur means wrong purpose. Duryodhan is the one who's fighting for the wrong purpose always. So Durbuddhe Yuddhe Priya Chikirshavaha. So for whom Yuddha is Priya. I want to see those for them Yuddha is Priya because they are favoring whom? Dhartarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra, especially one evil one. Who is that? Durbuddhe. So here Duryodhan word is not used, but the adjective for Duryodhan is used as Durbuddhe. He doesn't have any buddhi. Why is it referred to as Durbuddhi? When Krishna asked for 5 villages, he said, okay, you keep all the samrajya, all the kingdom you keep, just give us 5 villages. Was it a good proposal or a bad proposal? Such a cheap deal. You're getting the kingdom of the whole world and just saying, just give little 5 villages. But what was the response of Duryodhan? I will not give even the land in which you can put the head of the needle. Then Krishna said, now we have no choice. We have no choice. We have to fight. Krishna wanted to establish one more thing here, that my devotees are never the instigator of war. We have tried everything. So that's a lesson for us. We should also not go violence as the first step. Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed. Sam means Shanti ka marg. If you can peacefully convince someone, why not? Vasudev ji tried that with Kansa. Peaceful. Dan, kuch bribe. Something you give away and say, yeah, benefit. Bheda. You are Indian, I'm also Indian. You are Hindu, I'm also Hindu. Bhed. Establishing some Bheda. Just trying to get your work done. Then if nothing was, then you Danda. Dandapani. Who is Dandapani? Yamraj is called Dandapani. He has Danda in his head. Krishna is known as Chakrapani, Rathangapani. And Indra is known as Vajrapani. He has Vajra in his hand. So Danda should be the last thing. So Krishna wanted to establish that as well. Anyway, so Yotse refers to Yuddha. Aveksheham, again the word Iksha, Adhokshaja, the word Iksha, Niriksha, wherever Iksha means eyes. So I want to see. Here you see repeated word of seeing is used. And we'll see why the word see is being used again and again in these verses. You see 120, 121, 123. You'll see this Aveksha. Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra, which is Durbuddhe, Duryodhana. Okay? 24. Sanjaya Vacha. Evam ukto hrishikesho gudakeshen bharata senyor ubhyor madhye isthapayitva rathottamam. Someone can read the translation.
Sanjaya said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Evam Ukto Rishikesho, the third time word Rishikesh is used. Krishna is the controller, Krishna is the controller, Krishna is the controller. Evam Ukto, so when Arjun requested in the previous verse, Evam Ukto Rishikesho, Gudakeshena Bharata. Now, Gudakesh word is a very interesting word. So Guda refers to 2 things. Guda refers to sleep, also refers to ignorance. So one who is the Isha means the controller, or who has defeated his sleep as well as ignorance. So here Gudakesh, as per Prabhupada purpose, you can see is referring to Arjuna. Why it's been referring to Arjuna? Arjuna is a devotee of Lord, so definitely to become a devotee, you have to win over ignorance. You cannot become a devotee unless you win over ignorance. In Vaikuntha planet, there is no vacancy for those who have even little bit of ignorance. You will not be admitted there, unfortunately. Sorry. All of us, including me, will not be admitted there. That's the first thing. And one sign of ignorance is lot of sleeping. So if you sleep a lot, I love my sleeping, but if you sleep a lot, as Keshav Maharaj says, if you sleep too much, you become lazy. If you sleep less, you become crazy. So you neither want to become crazy or lazy. So we want to sleep on time, get up for Mangala Aarti as much as possible. At least at home you can perform some Aarti. That's the point. So you should win over sleep. So Prabhupada recommended 6 hours. But okay, whatever works, 7 hours or 8 hours. Burijan Prabhu was saying, even if you sleep for 8 hours, but after you have taken enough rest for the body, because different persons have different body, be very productive, very, very productive. Don't waste your time. Prabhupada says, if you have time, chant Hare Krishna. Don't waste time. So the time is very, very important. Chanakya Pandit said, one moment which has passed, even if you give billions of dollars, you cannot get that one moment back. Bhagavatam says in 2.3.17, Ayur harati vaipansan udayan astanta yanasau tasyarte yad shanonita uttam shlok vartya. As the sun rises and sun sets, one day of a person is gone, isn't it? You cannot stop it. You cannot stop it. Ayur harati. Surya Dev is haran, is kidnapping the ayu, the age of that particular person. But if you doing the varta, discussion of uttam shloka, then your ayu is not waste. Then your age is not waste. So we should try to use this tongue for the glorification of Krishna, for the discussion of Krishna or Krishna seva. And whatever sleep, whatever prasadam we need, just Prabhupada said, initially when you come to Krishna consciousness, you should eat till here, neck fill. I've been here for a few hours, still eating here. But Prabhupada recommended after 6 months, you should only eat that much to keep your body and soul together. Don't overeating. Otherwise, cholesterol, high blood pressure, this, that. You're all young. we are experiencing it now. Anyway, so yuktahar vihara se yukt chesa se karma. So sleep well, eat well, and then whatever energy we get out of that, we spend that energy for serving Krishna. So Arjun could use all his energy for Krishna seva. He said Arjun could shoot. Srinivas Prabhu was telling why he's got named Sabyasachi, because he could shoot arrows from both hands. Also, Arjun was practicing this Dhanurvidya, the archery, art of archery, in the night. One time Arjun came from his practice. It was evening time. When he came, he was eating prasadam, and while he was eating prasadam, there was a candle there or a lamp there. Lamp got extinguished because of the big blow of wind, and Arjun still kept eating. And he thought, if I can eat in the dark, I can shoot in the dark. After eating, he went back. He went back and he started practicing archery even in the night. So Arjun was very, very expert, but that expertise did not come in one day. He practiced. Abhyasa into Konteya. So we all want to become expert in Bhagavad Gita? Yes or no? Practice. Last week, some Mataji was saying, I can't read the verses. That's fine. Practice. Read. No cramming. Just read. Without practice, nothing is achieved in this material life. We have to do some. Hiranyakashipu, Ravan, they were involved in tapasya. So we want to do tapasya for a higher purpose, for Krishna's pleasure, for our purification. So yes, tapasya is needed. So Arjun is known as Gudakesh because he has won over the sleep, won over the ignorance. Now our acharyas explain even Krishna is known as Gudakesh. Krishna is known as Gudakesh. Why? Krishna is also Gudakesh. Good means everyone knows good. I like good. Good is much better than sugar. So good means jaggery, very, very sweet. If you don't know, the real good is like a chocolate, real good, like a chocolate. So Ka refers to Brahma and Isha here refers to Lord Shiva. One who gives good. Good means jaggery like sweetness to even Brahma and Shiva. He is known as Gudakesh. And who is this? Krishna. Because Krishna is giving pleasure to Lord Brahma is looking at the Vrindavan, looking at so many leelas. Even he is bewildered. Lord Shiva is bewildered. So he is giving pleasure. Lord Krishna is giving pleasure to even Lord Brahma and Shiva, who are almost as good as Bhagwan. They're not Bhagwan, as good as Bhagwan. So he's giving pleasure to even them. So even Krishna is known as Gudakesh. So Evam Ukto Hishikesho Gudakesh and Bharata Sen yor ubhyor madhye. This is what Arjun asked for it. So if you go to the previous verse, Sen yor ubhyor madhye, same words are used here. Isthapit kar diya. So driver followed the instruction of the owner. Isn't it? Here Arjun is acting as a owner. Arjun is saying, please take my chariot. And Krishna could have asked 100,000 questions. Why you want me to take? The Shankha is already blown up. Someone can shoot you. This may happen, that may happen. Krishna is Achyuta. He does not interfere too much. So he was asked to do a job. He did the job. Mayadhish Prabhu, I'll just do one more verse and then we'll take the question. So this is the last verse for today. Okay, 125. Okay, actually, I'll take your question first because this verse may take a little while.
Sure, bro. This is relating to a previous thing where it is mentioned that first he divided the Vedas into four, then he explained them in Puranas, and for less capable people, he wrote the Mahabharata.
Yes.
And then Bhagavad Gita comes in Bhishma Parva and Mahabharata. So does that mean Bhagavad Gita is
No.
important and is for less intelligent?
Yeah, not like that. So we have to read those sentences with the context. We can't read out of context. When we say for less intelligent, it was written, Mahabharata was written, Itihasas were written. So the point here is the person who cannot understand the enigmatic language of Vedas, because Vedas are written in sutra. Like as you know, bro, there are a few sutras, Athato Brahma Jigyasa, Tattvamasi. There are some sutras. We can't understand it. There are books and books written, and I have not read it. For one verse, Athato Brahma Jigyasa, there are books written by one author for one sutra. Now, for us, even remembering 14 verses for exam is difficult. People are complaining already. So many verses. How would we understand all this? And the Prabhupada purports are not there. So very, very hard to understand. So when these statements are given, they are given from the contextual purpose because the sutras given in Vedas in itself, they are very hard to understand. But if you put them in a story form, then it's very easy. Someone says you should not be greedy. Okay. But when you tell a story of Duryodhan, Dhritarashtra, what will happen if you are greedy? You should not be lusty. But when you tell the story of Ravan, it's much, much easier. You tell your kids, beta, you should not be lusty or greedy. What is this, dad? But you tell story of Ravan, a story of Duryodhan, then they understand. Hiranyakashipu, then they understand. Dhruva Maharaj, for example, he was also very greedy. Dhruva was very greedy. Actually, he was more greedy than Hiranyakashipu. Materially speaking, he was, because he said, I want to have a position which is greater than your father, Narad Muni's father, which is Brahmaji. Now, Hiranyakashipu had lesser than Brahma. Dhruv had a desire to have more than Brahma. But because he worshipped Krishna, Akama Sarokama va Mokshkama Dardi, Tivren Bhakti Yogena Yajet Purusham Param. He went to the worship of Param Purush. But Kansa was not so intelligent. Hiranyakashipu was not so intelligent. Kansa was devotee of Kali, Shakti, Durgaji. Hiranyakashipu was devotee of Brahmaji. Ravana was a devotee of Shivji. So they went to demigods. They were not purified. So, coming back. So when you put in a story form these sutras, it's easily understood by others. So it does not mean the message is compromised. It just means the message is passed in such a way so others can understand. Suppose you give a class to a year 2 students, but if you are a PhD, if you speak in that language, they can't relate with you. But you may be a PhD, but you give a class in such a simple way, even year 2 students can understand. They will appreciate you. So Prabhupada was very good in that. Prabhupada not only spoke, because he was highly intellectual, highly scholarly person, but he spoke in a simple language. He wrote his purports in a very simple language. Anyone from any walk of life can understand it very, very easily. So that's the expertise of Shastra. It does not minimize the importance of Shastra. Is that okay?
Sure, bro. Just one more question, Prabhu. You mentioned that it is also mentioned in the Shastra that it is better to do one's own duty improperly than to do
Shreyansa Dharmo
someone
Vigana
else's.
Par Dharma, so it's 335, yes.
What does that I know we have not reached that. Could you put that in context a little more?
So basically, the point is everyone has a different swabhava, different nature, and if that man or woman, that person works as per his or her swabhava, the probability of success is much higher than when I look at you and I may find, oh, your job is much easier. It says grass on the other side is always greener. But that's not the case. When I adopt your profession, for example, I'll find difficulty in that as well. I'll see someone as, oh, his job is very easy. I go there. Every profession or everything in the life has some issues. But if you match with your Swabhava, which you'll read in 4th chapter and 3rd chapter, then it's much easier to give a higher results. Otherwise, we'll always be struggling. It says the grass on the other side is not greener. The grass is greener on the side where you water it. So water your grass. Don't worry about how others are explaining. Sometimes we feel, honestly, that I'm such a good person and everyone feels like that. I'm also one of them. Why this bad thing is happening to me? Look at this bad person. He's not getting any reactions of his bad karma, but all the bad things are coming to me. Sometimes we feel like that. But the point is, nature arranges medication for all. We are all diseased people, and nature is arranging different medication. If you go to the hospital, Prabhuji, for example, I hope not, but if you go, doctor will give you a specific medicine, right, as per your disease, as per your body. Now you cannot say, बाजू वाले bed का medicine तो अच्छा है. His pink medicine looks much better than my black goli. You can't say that, huh? So he needs pink medication, you need black medication. So for you, you cannot compare. So for you, whatever nature is arranging, whatever Krishna is arranging, that is the best. So we should never compare. So again, coming down in your being situated in your sabhava, you do your duties at your best and leave the rest. As Radheshyam Prabhu says, you do your best, leave the rest. And then whatever happens. And we'll read more expansion of it in 3rd and 4th chapter.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Supriya Mataji, it's 9:05. I'll be very quick.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
I read MIHE, whatever.
Guide, yes, handbook.
And there is sample questions. In that question, there is a quote that a student took a quote, Prabhupada quote, and particular word he has not explained, and in second answer, he did not touch the sense of question. So how should I write the answer? Means how will I know that my answer is correct or not?
Okay, so Mataji's simple answer is, please read Prabhupada purports and try to understand that text, that verse, as per Prabhupada is trying to explain, and then you write that way. And that is the best way. So don't try to bring a lot of information from this and that sources. Just this Bhagavad Gita purports is our real source. And if you read purports again consistently, and you don't have to start right now, just keep reading Mataji for now. I would highly recommend. Once you have read, 5 times, say chapter 1 purports, then you start your assignment. And then you'll understand what Prabhupada is trying to say. And then if you follow the footsteps of Prabhupada, then your answer will be completely correct. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu. And one last question that you can answer in next lecture, next class.
Okay. Yeah.
The question is, there is a recording in the 2nd class. So there is an example of cow dung.
Okay.
Human do errors like.
Yes. Okay, maybe we can take it, Mataji, question and the answer both next week.
The example is cow dung, so I don't understand why.
Okay, no problem, Mata. You can write your question and we can answer probably next week. It's 9:07. Okay, I'll give to Yash Prabhu quickly if there's any announcement.